Welcome everyone to our weekly session. For people watching today or in the future, our topic today is ease with magic. Okay, so when I see the word magic, what's the first thing comes up for anyone? How I always start to it. What's the word magic means to any of you? You can write it on the chat or unmute and talk. Anyone? What's the word magic means to yours?
Miracles?
Okay, miracles. Anyone else wants to type it on the chat or wants to unmute?
So for me, magic and miracles is different. In miracles, it's like given by the divine, you ask for it and it comes, or it just comes out of the blue even without asking. But magic is what you co-create with the divine.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone to type? Jeevan, you want to say? Go ahead.
Magic is about being yourself.
Okay. Thank you for acknowledging that. So, okay, others, whatever you all answered, there's no right or wrong, but we all are made to believe in this reality. Magic is something outside, like as a miracle will come to me, or divine will give me, or I have to create it. But magic is within you. You can be magic even now or whenever. It's our choice. We create the separation. It's like when things are just happening in your area of your life, big things or small things, just look at that space. When you were really looking for something, suddenly that thing just showed up for you. It could be a contribution by people. It could be a certain thing of reaching some space early. It could be a vast of money issue. It could be something big in a relation, health, anything. Just look. But we allow it only in certain spaces and time. Or sometimes we don't even acknowledge that because we think, oh, this was the least I could have received. We don't even acknowledge that even that's something as basic that you didn't get traffic today on the road in so-called of all metro cities people living in. Forget Bombay, it's today in most of worldwide traveling, we come across major traffic. But you made it on time, not because you left early. Sometimes even we leaving late, we just make it on time. What was that? That was the space you were being. And that creates a magic. But we don't acknowledge, we'll just say, oh, wait, I just got lucky. Most of us will say, oh, I just got lucky. Oh, I thought I took this route and all that. What was even that doing? That was the space of your awareness. You could create it. The minute you acknowledge that you can create anything, that's the magic. Magic doesn't always mean, okay, only Harry Potter can do it, or Cinderella, or what was it, Snow Whites and all that. That was the exactly energy they were always trying to tell us that that's within us. But we thought they are only meant for fiction books or stories. But magic is every 10 seconds if you're ready to choose and create. It's like simple, if I'm choosing something, it's my magic, I can choose that and I can create that. I do it or I don't, it becomes that also a different magic of my capacity. But we need to acknowledge that magic lies within us. It's nothing, something out. The minute you're something anyway saying it's something out, you created a separation from you. So you need to go like, okay, that's the easiest one way. What would I like to do today and create today? And be that energy. In other words, who can I be today? Because every day you're a new being. So you need to ask, what would you like to create? Because in creation, that magic is automatically your being is creating for you. In simple words, like you could be having a bigger project right now in your hand to look into it, or you could be asking for a big amount. Like Sumita, I'm just going to give you an example. As you said, like, oh, how can I ask the same thing if other people are asking or anything? Why not? You can even acknowledge that I'm so aware what others are asking for. It's my creation that even I can have that. It doesn't make us selfish. It's like, are you willing to receive it? Because most of us believe that, oh, if I'm looking at somebody else's reality and if I'm asking, am I being selfish? And will I get it or not get it? The minute you say, I will get it or not get it, you already created a separation that magic cannot come to you. You can't be that energy. It's the basic universal funda in asking you receive. But in this reality of programming is don't ask for too much. Because it's trying to tell us to hide your magic. And same thing, the reverse side of it becomes like a black magic, how people look at it. How can you get a black magic, or how they say people nazar lag jayega? It's the same thing. You're giving the power to someone else. The power, again, the magic of that power was within you. When you say nazar lag jayega, so you already concluded it, meko nazar lagi. So automatically you will get it. So that means you are trying to say that XY person or that situation is bigger than your being, then bigger than you. So automatically it'll come attracting to you because you're asking for it. So technically you're creating magic from your words every 10 seconds. So you have to get present with it. What are you truly asking in your reality? Any area, any space, you want to change it, just change your question and you can be that magic. However fairy it sounds and easy said and done, it is easy. It's ready to give you that ease. But are you ready to receive that magic of your being? Because most of us were made to believe, no, fairy tales hai, you're small, that's why you're getting it. When you hit the real world, all this will not happen. You'll have to work for everything. So the minute you come from that space, you already created that, I cannot receive it. Universe is abundance. It's just ready to give you if you're ready to receive it. Tomorrow you can ask, or even right now, just look in the space what you're truly all asking for. When we say, like people have seen doing the energy pulls and all, why are we asking for that? Because you can receive it. The minute you are asking for something, it's already the magic, the molecule is already shifted. Why we always keep reading or exploring with age time? Why do people say, with time I get wiser? Because they've seen things. That's their creation. Again, it's a free will how you look at it. Because most of the time people love to give a story, I've lived a hard life and I've learned it. It becomes a choice because they were asking for that hard life. So it's completely up to you. You want to look at a life as a hard way, life will create that because that's the way how you are choosing your magic to show up. If you want to have the ease and the joy of your thing, point is, are you ready to receive that magic of your being? Magic is happening. It's like literally the universe is going, Ji mere aaka. What is Ji mere aaka? It's the magic. The genie is the thing you're literally asking for it. It'll give you exactly what you want. So even when we're saying, oh, I don't ask for too much, that is also creating a question that I don't want to receive more. So exactly that will happen. And then we say, oh, I like to live a simple life because it's more easy for me. Okay, it's not about making anyone right or wrong. It's about exactly that will happen. Because we are shutting our receiving. We are saying, things suddenly can't come out of the blue moon. Most of those people love to control things. Because a lot of time people want to keep it so minimal that they can just see everything in front of them. Be it family-wise, relationship-wise, or travel-wise, anything. Because they know that, because somewhere everyone knows that deep down the line, they can create anything. Even that when we say, oh, it's fearful, I don't know what will happen or no, you know exactly what will happen. But we want to make our sound, our ears, that noise so bigger than what our being is trying to talk to us. So you want to give power to that. Unknowingly, we all know it, that magic lies within us. But are you ready to acknowledge it? As simple when you are born in a certain family, when some families are on an extreme side of the financial reality, it's your creation, it's your magic, and the vice versa also. It's your creation. It is as simple as a magic. You choose that. When you choose something, it creates exactly that. That's a part of your magic. And something, if you're not liking it, ask what I like now. So many times, like, when we go to even simple restaurants, you'll say, oh, they don't make certain way. But if you ask, sometimes you get it, like, they customize and you feel that, so wow, they looked into it. What was it? You were asking and they were ready to give that because they were ready to give you. So that is also your creation. Creation is magic. But you just need to acknowledge it. Wow, I could create this in my world. It starts from small things. It's not about suddenly you're going to say, okay, you know what, universe, aaj barish karo and aaj barish nahi karo. You can even ask that. That's also a matter. You can. But point is, to go extreme, you can start with small things. How much are you ready to really start receiving your magic? Because that's why we think, oh, that healer is a magician. He can or she can really help me. They can see through us. We all can. We all have our own magic, unique magic within ourselves. You need to go like what creates more for you. Something which comes very naturally as a thing, to give you all a hint, is that magic capacity of you. That's the muscle we all have. It's something very basic and easily comes to you, which most of us could not get it. That's the magic power. You can enhance it. It will always create more because you're acknowledging that. It will make you feel honored about you and will create the money and people that what you're asking for. So you really need to start asking yourself, okay, what comes to me so easy? As simple watching longer time TV, cooking well, driving well, or being a very good at a speaker, very good at your job at a certain area. How much ever you could have the so-called competitors, that doesn't matter because you acknowledging you will always create more. So you have to go, what is your this thing? And enhance that magic. You'll be amazed how your life can change and can create so much more. Everything all this is bringing up can be destroyed and uncreated all, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, all nine shorts, boys, formats, and beyond. Anyone, anything coming up? Has any question for me? Everyone spaced out, something picking up in your mind?
Yes, Rashi, suddenly awareness has come suddenly because I've done all, you can say 10 odd courses, right? 2 years ka kuch kara, 3 years ka kuch kara. I've done a lot of courses. Now I realize कि ठीक है, उससे I've earned a lot of knowledge. This awareness has suddenly struck me. That was my creation to do. कि वो 9 months का कुछ course कर लिया, 2 years का कुछ कर लिया, कुछ. I've like collected so many degrees and so many in all areas. So now I see that awareness has come that ठीक है यार, it's okay. Why not? Why to consider yourself Jack? Why not to consider the master of all?
And consider the magic. You created it.
Yeah. So ये अभी आया and I felt very light about it. Suddenly ये आया कि यार ये भी तो मेरा creation था.
Exactly.
Thank
Anything
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that is a creation. So many times people, make even oh, how can I have 3 marriages or 2 marriages in this reality? Acknowledge it's a magician. You could have multiple partners. It's not about judging or it's making someone wrong not to do or do. We are nobody to do that. It's just a capacity that they were done with a certain partner in this lifetime. And that same thing we do in our jobs. We are made to believe, what, you have one job or course or career you've done, you have to stick the whole life for it. Who'll decide that? Maybe you were so creating fast that you just knew by the 3rd day or the 3rd month, you're done in that job and you're forcing yourself to complete it because this is what you've learned in this reality. Look at acknowledge the capacity, the power, the magic you all have it, that you all can ask for different things. Most of us are made to believe you're not supposed to ask and be that space. Why some people really can do multitask and somewhere we are made to believe ek pe pura focus karo and finish that and then jump. You need to acknowledge you have the capacity. You can do multiple things together. And a lot of time we are made to believe wrong. No, you must be not doing it properly. Is it true? You need to ask yourself, that's your capacity, that's your magic power. You can do anything. We are made to believe if I'm reading a book, I'm supposed to just focus on reading books. Most of today's new generation, if you see, and most of the schools are on the computer. Most of the kids will go along with hearing music. They will simultaneously move around and be like, no, sit. And our time, hum table pe baithte the, aise karte the, and blah, blah, the list goes on. It's like, again, control, boxing them to come here. And sometimes they're simultaneously on the other sides also of the computer. So what? They know exactly what they're doing. They can just have that thing. It's not called distraction. It's about they just know on what space they want to function on, space they have to work with. It's a point about you acknowledge them, they can do multitasking. And we think, oh, they're sitting only on the screen for so long, they're wasting time and all. These are all judgments. Can you trust your child? If you're calling he or she is your child, can you trust them also? And acknowledge deep down the line, when we were also younger, we also required that, but we didn't know how to do that. So their space was always there to acknowledge what you could be, but it's in this reality unknowingly. No one knows it. So we keep coming back to the box of judgment. Yeah, so we're judging people or are judging ourselves. It goes round and round unknowingly. So it's not about making the past history wrong or right. It's about what are you ready to receive now? And it starts with us. The minute you acknowledge your space, it creates more possibilities for others to acknowledge their magic. Because they start realizing, oh, he or she can have it, then even I can. Because you're empowering them that, you know what, wow, I can create anything. So it's not only the Dumbledore can do it, or Harry Potter, X, or Snow White can do it. We all can. That's for how did these all things also created? We say it's fiction. She visualized, she imagined, and they wrote this, or they got channelized. Isn't universe always talking to us? But are you ready to hear your whispers? So you need to acknowledge, what am I asking for? And you can create anything. They say ना, there's a phase, लोग पत्थर से भी कुछ भी भगवान बना लेते हैं, कुछ भी कर लेते हैं. So what is it? When they can use these kind of metaphor, what are they trying to say? You can create anything. If you're ready to acknowledge your being and trust you, you can be the magician of anything in this reality. And the minute you acknowledge, people will just give you more than magic of you. And the easiest way to be a magician of your reality is to acknowledge, give gratitude what you are today. It doesn't matter for how many years you've lived in this reality. Even for now, just even 20 minutes back before we started the session, just acknowledge for now. Can you just acknowledge your body and your being right now? Wow, I've created this. I look in a certain way. I look in shape and size instead of judging it. You've been the magician of your body. If something you're not liking it, ask, talk to your body. It will change it. But are you ready to talk and acknowledge it? Because we think in certain way, oh, I'm looking like my parent, I'm looking like my grandparent, oh, I'm in this lifestyle, I'm in this color, oh, up to age ho gaya. You've already gone again in the conclusion. So again, how you shift that look of yours if you're asking for certain thing. And then we're saying, oh, I'm going to the gym along with it. I'm doing this along with it. But it will just keep going back forward, because it's the point of view, because you're not ready to acknowledge your being, your body. How will it change and give you the magic you're asking for? Instead of following the diets of this reality, ask, does that acknowledge to your body? Maybe your body really likes to eat paranthas. And we think, no, paranthas are the list will go on. Usme ye calorie and ye hai and wo hai. But maybe just by eating paranthas, your body might just lose extra that weight or that certain way where you're feeling it now. But you're not ready to acknowledge the magic what your body is trying to talk to you. You already concluded from this space that the body will do this. Same thing for your money. Most of us need to believe, don't cross apni chadar se zyada mat mango. Unknowingly, they couldn't receive it, the magic that they could create. Can you acknowledge? Most of us will go like, oh, my age ho gaya, main to kamati bhi nahi hu, kamata nahi hu, and blah, blah, blah. Again, you're saying, okay, you know what? My world can't change. I can't be the magician. Okay. Again, not making you wrong. So see, who's the contributor in your family? Can you acknowledge you being that magician that they earn and give it to you? That's also your creation. But if you like to create, go ask. The easiest, as I said earlier, something which comes very naturally, you can really generate out of that something, because it comes very naturally. It could be something in a language. You don't have to make it linear what you have been educated for. That could be your creation of that time and you wanted to study only so much. Instead of, so many times you like, gosh, hamare parents ko pata hota, so I would have studied more. I hear so many times clients at certain age talk to you like this, oh, hamare paas ye exposure nahi tha, money nahi tha. You need to acknowledge that was your creation. You were not asking for more unknowingly. That's why you couldn't create that from your parents' reality. But now you're choosing more. The reason you all could even sit, it's not yes, it's a free session going on, but even you can acknowledge you choosing this to 20 minutes to half an hour to come. It's your creation. You're asking for something more. That's the magic of you. You're choosing it. It's a weekly night. It could be for some people coming back from work or at a dinner time or anything. It's your creation. You're removing that half an hour to have more of you. It could come from a basic meditation. It could come from a walk. It could come from anything. You need to acknowledge whatever that in your day, how you're creating, it's your magic. Because no one's putting you on the gunpoint and making you do anything. No one's asking you on the gunpoint to go cook or go to office or have a child, marry, do this or that. It is your creation. That's the magic of you. And same thing when you're asking for the so-called drama of this reality, that's also your creation. So it is being a magic, but it's about how you're making a magic choose. So you want to have the real magic of you, start with the gratitude of you. It will just be amazed what you can create in this reality. So the first thing is the easiest way is once you get up in the morning or even now, just look at your body and go like, wow, I've created such a beautiful body. Instead of looking, oh, I'm looking like this, I'm getting a wrinkle, I'm looking fat here. Just go like, wow. And whatever you've created till now, even if you've created a big, depth of this reality, go like, wow, I could create such a big depth. It just changes the energy. Because you've created that, you can change with your magic and you can create something else. Because your creation, it's just that you used it this way or this way. Point is, you're asking for it. What are you truly asking for? Because most of them say, oh, you know what, I'm asking, but the minute you're saying but, you already acknowledge it's gone away from you. Or when you say, oh, I'll try, that means you're not going to. Look in simple spaces in your life. When you go meet people, you want them to come for your certain things and they'll say, I'll try. Are you going to go there? Are you going to do that? It's just a polite way saying, I can't do it. But most of us don't want to let them know that. So same thing when we are talking this to ourselves, you know exactly you're not going to do that energy. And the minute after a sentence of but coming means, the first thing was just a story. Because the but part, you made it real. You're making again the separation from yourself that you cannot be that magic. Or you cannot create that. How that magic will show up, again, we're not asking her to be in the conclusion. It's about being that space. Because you're acknowledging you. Because when you're acknowledging you, you can create anything. However, in the age you all have come, just look at every space, how much you all have created. Give gratitude for that. It just starts melting so much. Wow, I've been such a big creator. Now what? Instead of like, बस ठीक है, बस थोड़ा सा ये change हो जाए, वो हो जाए. Why not more? You can have everything. Universe is abundance. It's like waiting to give all of us. It's not about, I can only take a mannat of it or go here and then I'll receive it. Again, that's a conclusion. So if that also feels you lighter, go ahead and do it. Because a lot of time people even want that validation. If I'll go here, maybe that's the creatorship they like to create from that space. It will be an indirect holiday. I'll go out of that space and I'll feel lighter and I'll receive it. It's not about making them wrong. But that's also acknowledgement. They could create that and that's how they could receive it. The point is, if you want to do like, abracadabra and then receive it, do that. You want to go just acknowledging that you're the magician within you, that you want to go to a temple, mosque, church, or to a guru, whatever. Point is, who is doing that creatorship is you. The minute you're ready to receive and acknowledge that, you can create anything. It's not that only certain people can go to moon and come back. You can receive that right now sitting here also. So everything all this is bringing up, can we destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. Anyone? Anything else coming up for y'all? Anyone has a question for me? Yes, Sonuji.
Yes. Why are you calling me G?
Okay, I'm just giving you respect. Okay, you don't want me to give you respect, I'll not give you
No,
respect.
I like the way, just Sonu. Okay,
Okay.
this is a very funny thing. So whenever I watch Harry Potter, you said, this fairy tales or whatever. So I said, even she must have, sorry.
have to leave. Yeah, sure, Vandana. Thank you for joining.
So I I always feel the creator must have experienced magic, no? You cannot create such magical story without you being that magic.
Yeah, because she was asking. If you see the Harry Potter, the lady, I forgot her name, Rowell. I'm really bad with names. She, if you really read her interviews and all that, and her book also, she said she was asking something more. She had gone through so much in her life, and then that energy just got channelized to her. See, that's one of an extreme case she was ready to receive that way. But as you're saying that, she must have gone to receive it. See, some people take it this way, but even right now, just acknowledge at whatever age, certainty, wherever you today are, you've created everything. You need to acknowledge that. So everyone is creating something or the other.
Yes.
So that's your magic.
Mm.
That's your magic. But you need to acknowledge. You can even have those big things. You can also become an author, writer of like an Harry Potter types of this reality. Even if something you don't have a skill of this reality, in some lifetime you already had that. Can you ask for that energy? In asking, you're ready to receive anything. But the point is, are you really ready to acknowledge and receive you? Point is, we are making everything ye dur hai mein se. So it feels far forever. It's like, we are making, how you all used to read this Tinkle and Archie's book, if you're of that generation. It used to be always that cloud that the guy is always thinking, so far lagta hai. So it's a separation. You're not being that energy. So we always, that's a lot of time people, why do we like to just see the skies? It feels relaxing because you're feeling something is so far. We are creating that separation. Nature has no point of view. Universe has no point of view. It's our point of view that we create all this separation in this reality. So the minute you go like, it's all within me, you can ask and create anything. So it becomes because we are creating that, it's so far, so we can't receive. We'll have to do extra work hard, or out of 1,000 of people, 1 people get lucky about it. So those lucky people are, they've created that magic. That's why in this reality, certain people look rich and certain people look successful and masses look, more on a middle class or upper middle class or extreme low. We're not judging them because most of us are not taught how to receive us. Because individually, every soul, everything in this nature is a magic. Magic is everywhere. It's as simple when you're walking in a garden, suddenly when you see something so beautiful and other people can't see it, it's your magic, your eyes could see it. But we'll not acknowledge that. You'll be like, oh, by chance, like a fool lik gaya hoga aisa. Can you acknowledge your eyes could see that beauty and you could acknowledge that flower or that leaf or whatever? But we'll take it so much so lightly for granted. Oh, that's not called magic. Like as simple as when I started this, I said the traffic. We'll just say, oh, you know what, I left on time. Oh, maybe I got lucky. What was that lucky? You were ready to be lucky that day. That's your magic. Or like so many times people even say, you know what, whenever I look for money, somehow I always manage by the loan or by borrowing, or always my husband or my so-called people will just always give me. What is that? That's your magician. Even you're not making or creating it, you always have the money. So can you acknowledge you're the creator? And so many times when people are asking, that's the easiest one of the Gary had given us the tools. When we make that separation of the classes so expensive or anything in your life, when you make it so expensive, you created that you're not that energy. So just ask for it. Just tell your body, you know what, I'm choosing it. And you'll be amazed your body will create that money because it's like the body is like, oh, you're finally ready to choose me. I'll give you, because it's like the gratitude, that energy that you're the creator, you're that magician. It will create. It's not about the classes, it's about anything. You want a car, you want that house, you want that relation, you want that XY jewelry, bag, whatever of this reality. Just go like, you know what? I'm having this. Universe, what will it take? Because like, oh, finally, damn, the soul is ready to receive the magic of them. The minute you will doubt it, again, it will go away. That doubt is that judgment, because you know it can come like this. The reason all of you guys are ready to hear about all of this is because you all know there is all within us. So everything, all this brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, bottom fork, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. Anyone? Anything else? Or we're good? So
Rashi, your ring is very beautiful.
my what is beautiful? Sorry.
Your ring is very beautiful. The ring you are wearing.
Acha, thank you.
Very pretty. I've been noticing that for long, you know. Very pretty.
Thank you. I actually just entered home, so I didn't get a chance to freshen up. So it must be like I must have not noticed also. Thank you. So what else? What else is popping up for your this thing? Or we are good for today?
Yeah, thank you, Rashi. It was very interesting.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
And hi. So I think just the fact that yes, we are choosing and we are creating, that in itself was such a good reminder to make me feel good. Yeah, I'm choosing it instead of going in the wrongness of it and saying, so yeah, everything that we've chosen in our life, and especially when it comes to money, we feel ki, if whether we're creating it or somebody's giving it to us, acknowledging that in itself is magical actually. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wait, I just read the chat what she's asked. Maima, how to get rid of doubt while creating? I can't speak. Oh, of course, no worries. Okay, so Maima, I don't know if you've done access or no. In simple words, you just have to go like, is this point mine? Or when I'm creating doubt, you can pod and POC that energy, which is access consciousness clearing statement, like how we are doing it right now, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. This is just the energy which just cuts that doubt when it starts showing up. And doubt could be for many reasons. It could be, somewhere you were made to believe that you can't have it. It could come from a very certain while growing up, like, you must have seen so many things, or while school, college, on certain areas where you must have thought, you know what, I can't have that. So unknowingly for everything, when you're asking for something more, you're like, I can't get it. So it'll have to go very detailed about what your reasons could be. So just to, as you said, you're familiar with it, I just read your chat, just start with like, okay, whatever that energy, that minute when you're asking that doubt, just go like, you know what, I'm going to clear this. Or play with the other two, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Or another one, is it mine? Because so many times we believe that, I want to play safe and normal from this reality. I don't want to be that magic of it. People will suddenly think, oh, why do I have so much, or how much I have changed? Again, we are making our world smaller that we can be normal with this reality. That's why I said in between that certain people are ready to be that magician of this reality and receive more, and majority likes to be with the common world of this reality. Choice is yours. It doesn't make either of us right or wrong. It's our point of view when we want to judge people that he or she is more XY family or educated at every area of our life. It's only our separation. So everything all that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it all? Right now, good and bad, bottom fork, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. Hope that helped, Mahima.
Okay, can I ask here?
Who's this? Okay, yeah, go ahead, Usha.
Yeah, because like I have a client for I do coaching and all that, coaching in the sense for the children and all that. Everything is done, set to do. I mean, I have to approach them and all that. On the D-Day, the mother said, no, it is so costly and all that. So I have seen that it's not only happening one time, but it's several times happening that I get the student, the moment for payment, they back off. They say, no, I'm looking for another teacher. So in that situation, what we can do, like what is ease and fun that they are willingly to contribute to us?
You need to ask the question, are you ready to receive that money? It would be some doubt in your reality. That's why they catch it and they know they'll not pay you that money. So you need to
Oh.
be really brutally honest to yourself. Are you really ready to receive and acknowledge the work what you do? Because it's your creatorship of the work. Are you creating it separate and have to prove it to people to take the money, or you're acknowledging it's just your magic, you've created it? If you're not going to acknowledge your magic, what you do in your work, and acknowledge how much you can receive the amount, the other person unknowingly will just catch it energetically, because everyone has sixth sense. We believe, no, it's only the words have the power. Actually, energy is the first language. So they don't have to get it. People just get it. Even consciously, you might just say, no, I'm very clear what I am. It would be somewhere subconsciously. If something is coming again and again in your reality, you need to look at it. Are you really honoring your work? Do you really acknowledge that that's your magic? There are right now zillion in same field, same type of people. Like as you're saying about coach, there are zillion of coaches from Access or other places, anywhere. It's not about comparing someone who started 1 year back or 10 years back. It's not the time. It's about how much he or she is ready to acknowledge them. Look at the reason Access keeps increasing by the years. When he started, it took one man to trust the magic what he's created. And now in 20 years, it's worldwide everywhere. It's about that
Yeah,
one person.
I mean, like already everything is okay. The on the D-Day, she back out, like, okay, I'm not. I have find another tutor, and thank you very
Yep.
much.
So you can
So
acknowledge. Can you acknowledge that maybe deep down the line you didn't want it to create a class? There could be many reasons. You need to acknowledge what was your hidden agenda here. You're not ready to receive the magic of your work. You technically did not wanted to create a class that day, so subconsciously they did that for you. That also could be your magic. It could be some other priority in the mind, and that's why a night before they just catch that energy that it will not contribute that in their world. But we'll make that wrongness shit. My class did not happen, or that work did not happen. But sometimes it's just our underlying that we did not. That's also your own magic. There could be many reasons. But you need to acknowledge that nothing is happening from the outside. That world, that society is just doing what you are asking. Because that's also a magic. Creatorship, magic doesn't mean always this wala. That wow, it'll create bigger. Even something not working is also a magic, because it's protecting you in something what you are asking underlying something else. And we make it linear. Okay, I asked for my class. How could that XY person could not show up in the morning? So exactly that will be it gives us easy blame game that because of them it got canceled. Maybe deep down the line you were not in a mood to create that class, or you were just tired that day. It could be many things. You are not acknowledging the magic, how much you can receive with it, or your world will change so much. It could be 100 reasons. It will only come down to it when you'll be brutally honest to yourself. Yeah.
thank you.
So we are good. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you, Mahima, for your question. I think we are good for today. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rashi. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for choosing it. I'm going to see you guys